right, so coming up on Saturday, concert at the Trails End Concert Park, benefiting veterans. So this is going to be a big deal. Always good to help out the veterans, and even cooler is this concert now is free. Ken's mentioned that he had a sponsor step up and take care of that expense, so that's really cool. We have Wayward Strangers in the studio with us this morning. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You guys had a bit of a trip to get here from Washington State. Sounds like it was kind of a fun one, too, kind of eventful.
Oh yeah. Just little blown hoses here and there, and sleeping on the side of the road. It's fun.
Yeah, we have deemed it the Wayward Strangers traveling circus. if something doesn't go wrong or break, it's just the tour is not complete.
What else have you? what else have you been doing besides coming out to Sheridan, Wyoming? I'm sure you've been doing other things prior to this. So you've been on the road a little bit, I imagine, this summer.
Oh yeah, we've come along. We've been touring the entire West Coast. We've gone through California a couple of times. Played.
Yeah, we hit LA a few times. So we started. This tour started June 2nd. We were playing the Whiskey a Go Go in West Hollywood. That's where we started.
Nice.
Hit another show there, and then we traveled to Northern California, do some shows up there. Then we hit Washington, came back to LA, went back to Washington.
And then the car broke down.
Yeah, then they were like, let's go to Wyoming.
Yeah, and the vehicle's like, are you insane?
The 77 F-250 keeps trucking along.
Yeah, the new truck breaking down. There was actually something classic happened on the breakdown. So we were in the car together, and then Jim, our band leader, and Patty, our manager, were in the other car. We said, we sent them a message, hey, we're having some issues, and they couldn't call us because there's no cell phone reception up there.
Sure.
They stopped at a rest stop and had to use a payphone.
Wow.
Right? Didn't know payphones still
the
existed.
The only payphone still in the country, and you managed to find it.
Yes.
I'm the king of old technology.
I got the 77 Ford, so I guess that's it's not letting you down.
Nope.
So you got involved in this. I imagine this is going to be kind of a special concert for you because you have a veteran in your group. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're particularly proud to play with him. I mean, his story is particularly unique. He's a really humble guy, so he doesn't typically talk about it a lot, but the man was literally blown up. So like he was in this, doing the service, putting himself in harm's way in the Middle East, and things go down sometimes, and he got injured, and in the process of his rehabilitation, his doctor said, you do stuff to work on your motor skills, and he had played guitar as a teenager and decided to pick it back up, start playing it again, and the two of them met in an odd sense. So he was rehabilitating and was going to this open mic in this pub in this tiny little town called Yelm in Washington, and my pops here is well, to be honest, he's old.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I agree.
So at the open mic, nobody wanted to play with the rehabilitation guy. Nobody wanted to play with the old guy.
So the two of them by default just got together.
Right. Like, well, no one else is jamming with us. How about we jam together?
It's like when you're choosing teams on the playground. There's only two guys left, and just by default, you end up being on the
winning team.
Right now, it's the winning team. Like, those folks are still in Yelm doing nothing. And we spent the summer,
that's how it works.
We dropped an album in May of all originals.
Oh, great!
And we've been touring all summer supporting that. I mean, it's pretty amazing where we started and where we're at.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a lot further than most bands get. So
the Army had a rehabilitation program for music. They allowed me to choose a vocation that helped me with my motor skills, and it was the guitar that they reintroduced me to, as well as singing. And it, because of that Army program,
So now here we are
today. Yeah.
So it worked out pretty well, I guess. So you guys, you say you have an album out. So obviously original music. Do you do covers as well?
Sure.
A lot of them, actually.
So what kind of stuff can we expect to hear from you on Saturday?
We'll be playing a lot of stuff from the 60s and 70s. We do a lot of Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Okay.
We do a lot of some Leonard Skinner we throw in.
Oh, nice. How do you pull off Leonard Skinner with a three-piece?
Very loud.
Very
distortion.
carefully.
Crank the Marshall up.
So you're doing 4 or 5 guitar parts just on your own. That's that's talent, right?
Yeah, it's not, being the 3-piece out here, I have to do two different guitar parts at the same time.
Sure. Yeah. Well. Yeah. It's, for someone, it's professionals, no big deal. Skinner's just, no big deal.
Well, so we usually do a lot of covers because people like it.
Sure.
So people get out, they dance, they have a good time, and then we salt in our originals so they can hear what the stuff we write.
Yeah.
It's in the same genre, but it's not. It's brand new.
Well, that's kind of good. Kind of get people familiar, and then toss them a curveball. Let them hear something what you guys can really do. That's pretty cool. Well, we're sure glad to have you here. We're looking forward to a big show on Saturday. 4 bands. Music starts at 6. The gates open at 4 o'clock. And this is, of course, a big deal helping out veterans. Definitely an important thing, and very personal to you as well, I'm sure. You can kind of you know how veterans get neglected. I'm sure you can talk a bit about that.
One of the things that I had been asked as to why I was doing this tour, and one of the things that's closest to me is showing veterans that just because you might have been injured or hurt in your duties doesn't mean that you're useless.
Mm-hmm.
And if you apply yourself and you try, you can get somewhere, especially with the right bunch of fellows, as the lyrics of the song once said.
Yeah.
But it's true. I mean, you can continue on with your life, and that's part of why I do what I do.
So the concert itself is free. Tickets, no charge for those. How would you suggest that people who are attending this help out veterans? What particular would you like to see them do?
For me, I donate a lot of money and whatnot to donations to the Military Order of the Purple Heart. That's my personal charity.
Okay.
But there are a lot of great charities that people can donate to.
Okay.
Take blankets down to the VA. I mean, you have a VA facility right here in Sheridan.
Yeah, pretty good one too.
Yeah, absolutely. The VA care is so much better than it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of things people can do.
All right. Well, Wayward Strangers in the studio with us. We'll see you guys Saturday at the Trails End Concert Park. Jim, thank you for your service. We'll see you guys on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.